Oh, nothing much to report. Again, this is just going to be touching base on a few things. The NV9 is still looking like the case that I'll be going to. The only downside to that is that I would like the 140s, but I mean, this case is full of the 120s, and it seems to be an expense to change all them to the 140s. And obviously, the 360 might be a bit lost in that bigger case as well. But it will be kind of future proof where I can put obviously 140s and a 420 if I need to in there. But then again, AMD on the efficiency side and power side and heat side, they're way better than Intel, so might not need to go as far as a 420. Right, a few people have probably seen JC 2 Cents has had or been given the Lian Li LCD ones, the LCD fans with the LCD monitor in the middle. Looks really nice. If you've got a PC sat close to you, shoulder height or on your table, whatever it is, they're going to be like obviously gorgeous to look at and have all your different GIFs or different readings on there. It's going to be excellent. I am skeptical about the performance of them because the centerpiece is now a solid. So I'll be interested to see how they actually perform and noise as well. But I think they're going to suffer because of this screen. So it's going to be a trade-off as to do you want them to look really, really nice, or are you more bothered about performance? That's what my theory will be anyway. And the next one, the one that's obviously been the big news, Cablemod, adapter 1 and 2, all recalled, all got issues, obviously version 1 more than 2. This goes back to when I very first got my Cablemod adapter, just happened to have the side off, put my hand in, and I touched the back of the actual aluminium part, and it was a bit warm. I just thought, nothing of it. Later on, when I think I was on either Cyberpunk or Diablo 4, I happened to put my hand inside the case. I can't remember what I was doing, and I put my hand on top of the adapter on the aluminium part, and I was like, literally just like, Jesus. I was checking my finger, thinking I burnt myself. It was so hot. It was insane how hot it was. And I got in touch with Cablemod, and they actually said, it's fine, that's normal. It's meant to do that. It's meant to like help dissipate the heat and stuff. It's got thermal pad and aluminium. I was like, okay. And obviously 2 days later it melted. So what I originally thought it was the fact that, and a few obviously other people pointing out, heat coming down your cable, obviously depending on the gauge of your wire and the connections as well, depending on which cable you actually buy from which manufacturer. That goes into the Cablemod adapter. Now there's a difference there because you haven't, it's causing some resistance because of whatever solder wire they've used on theirs as well. So I'm thinking the power's coming down, it's having some sort of resistance, hence the heat generating building up, which they knew about because they put the thermal pad and the actual aluminium backplate onto it to help with the heat. So they knew it was getting warm, otherwise they wouldn't put it in there, because none of these have got any kind of thermal pads or backplates onto them at all. They're all just a standard cable. So they knew from day one that there was a heat build-up, and it was probably caused by the resistance that was on there. Now, again, people have played Cyberpunk and other high-end games, and it's melted, and some people have claimed they were playing low-end games and it's melted. So it's still a little bit murky as to why that would happen. Now, I will say that when the 4090s first came out, obviously got the crazy adapter that came out, most people were trying to fit cards that were way too big into cases that were way too small for it. And I think originally when these came out, people were just sticking the cable in, not realising how fragile or how straight it needs to be. They're just used to putting a cable in, shove the side on, job's a good one. So I think some of that came down to the fact that a lot of people weren't putting the cable in right, shoving the cable in, and it wasn't straight. Some people even left the side of the cases off because they couldn't close it because the cases are too small. So yeah, some of the early ones where you've seen the cables melting, I think a lot of that was us trying to make them fit into places they shouldn't be and not taking care. Then you will have odd ones where it was purely just the cable. But the thing is, since those early cases where you've seen the melting and stuff and made the news, since then there was nothing really about cables. Even cheap Amazon ones, they were not really shown up on Reddit or any forums or anything. They seem to be fine as well. It wasn't until Cablemod adapter came out and a bit of time passed by that I literally seen hundreds online of them melting all around the world. And I would say now, when you look back at it, I would say 99% of the cases, it's all been down to this Cablemod adapter, unfortunately. And I've rarely seen since the beginning of all this where it's just the cable now. I probably can count on one, two hands how many actual cables I've seen melt now. It's just adapter, 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 another adapter. So yeah, it's not a great design by obviously Nvidia, and I forget the name of the company that partnered up with them for the design now. But I think a lot of it at the early stages was us trying to fit them into things that shouldn't do and care, and then more so later on, it's been the Cablemod adapter. Now, obviously, I'm saying all this, and you can just guarantee I've just jinxed myself by saying, oh, whatever. So, but I'm not sure what Cablemod are going to do now. That I know they do their normal cables with the actual adapter angle already built onto the cable, and they say that they've not really had any issues with those. They're fine, which would make sense. But this has done a lot of damage to that company, and obviously they've covered a lot of 49ers being repaired or even replaced. So yeah, I don't know how much money they have in the bank that can back them up, but it's certainly going to hammer that company, and I'm not sure how they're going to win back good favour as well. So we'll have to wait and see. So unfortunately, there's nothing much to talk about. Everything's running good, games wise. Just on with the Avatar. I've actually gone back onto Grand Theft Auto 5 yet again, but I've installed the Redux, so it improves the graphics and everything. I lay the blame for that for seeing the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. That kind of got me back into wanting to play GTA again. As for GTA 6, I kind of have my worries about that. It looks better. It'll no doubt play fantastic, and it'll sell insanely well. But I think GTA 5 came out at the right time, and I think you could get away with some certain characters and certain things that you probably can't now. And I think 6 is going to suffer because of that. I don't think the lead characters are going to be great. I think GTA 5 just knocked it out the park, and I don't think you're going to get any like Michael and obviously Trevor more so than anything else. It's just I have my major doubts. It's going to be too serious on the main character side of things. They might have side characters which obviously make it a bit more light-hearted and a bit more quirky, which is what GTA games are known for. But I think story and main characters, I don't think GTA 6 is going to cut it compared to 5. But obviously visuals, audio, everything else, the size of it is obviously going to be way better than 5. But I just like the characters and story a lot in 5. So I'll have to wait and see, I guess. So again, I think I said it last time, next time I come back to this, there might be an NV9. But I am waiting to see what more of the home reviews rather than magazines and people who get paid to review things saying about it. But if I go for the NV9, I will be doing there's actually trim LEDs you can buy for it that go along the sides up there. I'll have to get that. Just have to get that to go with it. So yeah, we'll wait and see. Anyway, bye.